Pike. We haven't started the show yet. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Wait, one more yawn.
Yeah, we got to address that shit. What is that all about? Let's do this. Let's start the show.
Great.
Oh, good. Yeah, that's great. No graphic. That's wonderful. It's just Sparks TV. Yeah, that's great. I have to fix all this. Hi, Pike. How are you, man? You tired son of a bitch? What's going on?
Just a sleepy bastard.
Yeah, what's up with that, dude?
I don't know. It's this part of the day where lately it just crashed, like yawn after yawn. And of course, like I told you, I had enough time to take a 20-minute nap, which for me is impossible. All that is laying there for 20 minutes and then almost falling asleep and then not being able to because you have to do some shit.
Exactly. Yeah.
So,
can I just pull back the curtain a little bit here on the show? Yesterday, sure. I was like, "Hey, Pike, let's do the show tomorrow at like 11 o'clock." And you're like, "Yeah, that sounds good." Then later you text me, you're like, "Hey, I can't do it until 5 o'clock in the evening. I am just getting so swamped with all the moving stuff." And then what I find out is you were napping. We moved this whole thing so you can nap.
When did I nap? The 20 minutes before this?
You're like, I had 20 minutes to nap, and then I couldn't even nap.
What? I had to push it back because I had shit going on all day. It's not like I took a 4-hour nap.
Okay, because it sounds like you're like, oh, man, yeah. Oh, I got some time here to take a little nap before the show. Might as well lay down.
I got home earlier than expected, and what was I supposed to do? Text you and be like, hey, asshole. I'm 20 minutes early, but I'm ready, so let's go.
That's a good point.
It was just
all right, touche.
It was just what I was.
But you were busy. You were busy all day today, because that's kind of the reason why. Okay.
Yeah, so I had a haircut, and then I had a chiropractor, which I've never done before.
Ooh.
But I've told you about my dizziness, so I thought if they just crack my spine, I've heard that might help. So I had it was a little over an hour, real pleasant experience. Nice woman, cracked the hell out of me, which I hate. Yeah, I don't even crack my knuckles. Some people crack their neck and shit. That freaks me out. So the whole thing was terrifying. But she was very gentle, caressed me, and cracked my neck. And I don't know. I feel good. Like I feel, if anything, it just loosened up my neck. I don't know about the dizziness. Kind of remains to be seen.
Did you say, hey, I got like some vertigo issue going on right now, and I need some help with it, or?
No, I forgot to mention that. Yeah, that's what I led with that. Like that. Yes.
The whole reason I'm here right now is not to crack my back. I need the room to stop spinning, please.
Yeah. No, I did mention that.
Did she give you exercises like I said? Did she like give you the thing, like follow the pen kind of a thing with your eyes?
No. No, she didn't. So I'm wondering if she's not a specialist in that field. She knew what I was talking about, and she thought this would help.
Yeah, she
knew.
So far,
I don't know.
She knew you were talking about the same way that, like, I have also heard about black holes in the event horizon. Yet I am not an astrophysicist. Do you see the difference?
Yes,
I've heard of something before, but I've never quite understood it. And that's kind of what she was saying. Oh yeah, I've heard about that. Put your hand over your shoulder and twist to the left. It's
pretty much. Oh, dizziness? I know what that is. Anyway. Yes.
Yeah. You know what? One time my younger brother pushed me like all crazy on the swing and I got really dizzy when I was like 7. Okay, lie down back on your back, please, and put your knees up by your ears.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. I probably got screwed, but in half of it, they got a table now that gives you this massage, so they're not even doing anything. They just plug you in and they walk away.
What?
She's like, all right. Yeah, she's like, yeah, you'll be on this for like 15 minutes. I'll come get you. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah. It was very nice. I'd rather have her rubbing me personally, but it was still pleasant.
Is that right? Was she a bit of a looker?
She is better looking than I would have expected. Yeah.
Really?
I don't know what I was expecting. I was expecting a man. I didn't even know who the doctor was.
Yeah.
Pictured a big grizzly-handed man cracking me ringing me like a towel. But no, she was a very attractive woman.
Very attractive. And how were her hands? Yeah. Were they strong?
They were firm.
Really?
They were delicate but firm.
Really?
Just the way I wanted.
It's like a lioness when she carries her cubs with her teeth, and they're like, man, those things are meant for shredding flesh. And she's carrying this delicate little cub, over there. That was you. You were her little cub for the day.
Oh, yeah. And she could tell, like, between cracks, because she knew I was like a big pussy, she would just kind of do this little shoulder thing, like, it's okay. It's okay.
So she had to comfort you?
Yeah. It was more motherly than it was sexual.
Well, yeah, she's a doc. She's a professional. I'm not taking anything away from her. I'm pointing everything at you creep. It's got nothing to do with her. It's all you weirdo.
I wasn't being a weirdo at all.
Okay.
I'm just saying she was attractive. Like, it was worth noting for the story, I thought. Yeah, I like that, You're
like, I've seen these kind of porns. I've seen this one before.
What's that?
I'm saying you were thinking, I've seen this kind of porn before.
Mm-hmm. And I have. But it did not pan out that way. You wonder sometimes, like, if I were to say something, and this is so ridiculous because it would never happen. But what if I shot my shot and, we were talking about our spouses and kids and shit. So what if I would have just said, hey, I got I don't know, check out this vertebrae. Cock or something. You wonder how would that go down? And I know it wouldn't work, but to what extent would she flip out?
Flaccid. That's how it would go down. It would go down really sad and just fall to one side. That's usually how it goes down. Yeah. I can't believe hey, check out this vertebrae. It's your
check out. I don't know. How many vertebrae are there? What's like one more than that? Check out the L26. It's your cock. She'd at least be impressed I knew how many vertebrae there were.
Yeah, she'd be like, look,
plus one.
You are disgusting, and you are a pervert, and you are a stain upon this earth. But the fact that you researched how many lumbar bones or whatever is in your lower thorax, thank you, sir. I salute you on that one. Thank you for doing your research.
And for that, I will not call the police. But yes. You still need to go.
You need to leave immediately. Yeah. Wow. Well, I'm glad you went to the chiropractor. I'm sorry it did not help at all. That sucks.
Well, I guess we'll see. I feel like it's not immediate relief, but we'll see tomorrow.
Okay.
She told me to ice my neck a bunch of times, and of course I'm going to ignore that completely. So that probably won't help at all.
Ice your neck? What does that have to do with anything?
Well, she cracked it, so apparently you're supposed to ice it.
Lady, I'm not here about my sore neck. You made my neck sore. I'm here because I'm spinning in a tumble dry cycle constantly.
Listen, man, I agree, but I wasn't going to argue. She's a doctor.
Yeah, who doesn't listen? She's obviously not an audiologist. So are we we ready to start the show?
Let's rip.
Okay, because we got a big one today, dude. We're going to be getting to
today.
Well, we got the news that matters, of course. That's coming on up here. We're going to be talking about that. We also, dude, we got some more submissions for the intro of this show.
Oh, good. Not that the one wasn't perfect. Good to hear, though.
The one wasn't bad, but the other ones it's getting better. It's getting better. Well, it got worse, and then it gets better.
It's got to get worse before it gets better, as they say.
That's right. All right, so here's what's going on. If it's your first time enjoying the show, thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. That right there, that guy, look at him. Look at him over there. He's dizzy. Give him a break, okay? He's got a little bit of vertigo right now. He's trying to fix. He went to the wrong kind of doctor for it, but he's trying, God damn it. His name is @Pike Taylor Radio. He's a big fan of the Duluth Central Trojans, apparently, because that's the only shirt he wears. I am
it is one of three.
I am at Sparks Radio on all social media. Hello. Thanks for being here. We really do appreciate it. We've put out a call saying, hey, look, as you can see, the intro of the show is lacking. We need an intro. We got to have like a legit intro to the show. Make it an absolute fucking juggernaut. Okay, because we are hot on the heels of Joe Rogan right now, and I am sick and tired of playing second fiddle to that guy.
And we broke it down, and what's the difference? He's got a show intro. So I think we do this. That catapults us into that sort of on the same level anyway.
I agree, dude. I think the only thing separating us and our tens of views on YouTube per episode and the million views per episode he gets is the show intro. That's it. That's the only thing holding us back, bro. It's the only thing that we can use to crack the YouTube algorithm. So we are enlisting your help because we still don't want to do any work, even though we are just nipping on the heels of old JR. So here's what we're going to do. We put out the call. We're like, hey, can you please submit in a little, like, it could be 5 seconds. It's a 5-second video of yourself saying something about Pike and then saying something about me, Sparks. Okay? That's it. Simple, right? All you got to do is submit this video. Here's the first one we got in. And what we're going to do is we're going to build this in to the show intro. So let's say it comes in, Spark Show, and then it goes do Pike, and then we're gonna put in a clip of you saying some shit about Pike right there, and then it goes do Sparks, and then it says some shit that you're saying about me, and then it goes into the rest of the intro for the show. You're gonna be in there. You're built in. We can't build the damn thing without your submission first. Okay. Colin was the first guy to submit something. Here's Colin's entry.
Spike and Parks is the reason I wear a mask. Listen to them. They're funny as fuck. It's contagious as hell. Have a good day.
Okay, so it's not really what we're looking for, right?
I'm just now putting together the mask contagious bit. I didn't get why he said he was wearing a mask.
He's wearing a mask because 2 reasons. 1, it's a pandemic and the coronavirus is floating around. 2, we're also a pandemic, Pike. We are also contagious.
And the mortality rate is much higher on this show.
Yes.
Killing it. Almost 100% of the time.
Wait, are we killing it? Are we killing it in a good way?
Yeah, killing it.
Well, if the mortality rate's 100%, then we're killing everybody, which is kind of a good thing, right?
Yes.
Like if you and I are
killing it.
Yeah. But if we're...
people say like they're dead. If something's so funny, they're like, oh, I'm dead.
Yes.
Deceased.
Yes.
That's what we're doing. We're killing it.
We're killing
100% of the people.
We're just slaying motherfuckers. That's what we're doing. We're mowing people down. If we were a virus, we would be 100% death rate.
You hear that? You're dead. Thanks for listening. But you're dead.
If you're listening to this right now, you're dead. And that means we did our job. This is the worst things to say during a pandemic.
I know.
Yeah, a legit pandemic. All right, so there's our first submission. Now, did Colin follow directions? The answer is kind of. I mean, he kind of combined both our names into one little whatever. He did a funny. He confused us. He said Spike and Parks. That's funny. That's cool. Whatever, right? I'm just happy he manned up and became a leader and was the first person to send something in. Now, do you want to go worse or do you want to get better?
I want to hear the shitty one first.
Okay, this one comes in from a guy who calls himself the Vato. Okay, this is from the Vato who sends in this. This is his submission for the intro. Are you ready?
Yes.
Yo, what up, fucker?
Okay. So
what? No way. That is amazing. It just stops.
That's it. That's the intro from the Vato, which, by the way, should absolutely win. Like, are you kidding me?
Oh, yes. That's perfect.
100%. Pike. Do Pike.
Yo, what up, fucker?
Do Sparks.
Yo, what up, fucker?
You know, like at the end of the TV show, like a show where it shows like the production company, and then a lot of times it just has a random clip or whatever. Like that should be the end of some show or some network.
Is that how we end this show? Do we end this show every day with the Vato?
Dude, that feels right too. If he doesn't win the intro, for sure goes at the end.
The outro?
Yeah, or it's a good intro too. Maybe that's like the first thing. Like, yo, what up, fucker? In his
and then we go into it, and then it goes into the show.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's pretty good. Yeah.
Yo, what up, fucker?
I love the choppy zoom. Why does he zoom in? We don't know.
Dude, the zoom is great. Love the zoom. Listen, okay, and it reminds me, and again, the accent thing, I don't want to that's his obvious accent. He's not like goofing, right? That's
him, bro.
I've never met him.
I've never, I think I didn't meet him once. I mean, I've talked to him on the phone a bunch of times, and he messaged me this, and he's like, hey man, is this what you want? I was high as fuck. That's what he said.
No, dude, look, I love it. That makes it all make sense. It sounds like the beginning.
What up,
goes perfect because it reminds me of the beginning of, is it Insane in the Membrane? Or Don't You Know I'm Loco?
Yeah, you're right.
What does he say?
Insane in the Membrane. Yeah. By Cypress Hill.
Don't fuck. Yeah. Sounds just like that. Kind
hey,
of the
what
same
you
vibe.
doing?
So that's
Don't
why
you know I'm loco? Like that guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why it feels like the intro and then the show starts. I don't know. I'm just spitballing.
I'm in, dude. I am in. The Vato, you're on the list, bro.
I fucking love it.
Yo, what up, fucker?
All right, there you go. That's the Vato. And then we had a person who actually followed directions. Are you ready for the person who actually followed directions for the intro,
Sure.
Pike? All right, here's the person.
Nerds.
I don't know, dude. I'm going to play it, and then we're going to break it down. Here it is.
Rex arms. I don't know how you put on shoes. And Sparks, you got a bald spot that looks like Pangea, bro.
Okay, so the beginning got cut off a little bit. Let me go back to it. Let's play it one more time.
Yo, Pike, you got baby T-Rex arms. I don't know how you put on shoes. And Sparks, you got a bald spot that looks like Pangea, bro.
All right, so
I liked it better when we didn't hear the first part. Because let me tell you, feelings are hurt. Okay.
Oh man, dude. All right. So first of all, he says, let's just go over what he says first, okay? Because he says, Pike, you have baby T-Rex arms. I don't know how you put on shoes.
Baby T-Rex arms. Normal T-Rexes have little arms. Jesus, you didn't have to say baby T-Rex.
And then he said, I have a bald spot that looks like Pangea, which is, remember the supercontinent before all the continents separated? Yeah, my bald spot looks like that. That's what he said.
That's creative. It's also hurtful, I imagine.
I think it's hilarious. I mean, yeah, of course it's hurtful, but it's funny as fuck. So that's great. Okay.
Yeah.
2.
You're right.
2. What is going on with the whole terrorist get up here?
Yo,
because
Pike, you got baby T-Rex arms. I don't know how you put on shoes. And Sparks, you got a bald spot that looks like Pangea, bro.
okay, so it looks okay. So he's got the mask over his mouth. Then he's got a hat on, and then the real scary part about this, the thing that ties this whole he looks like a terrorist because behind him it looks like blueprints. Like we have some sort of schematics, like he's either building a bomb or he's learning how to disable an alarm to a bank or something is going on behind him. I'm not quite sure what's happening here in the background.
I'm with you. I mean, I do see that there are various rap groups on this thing behind him. Like, you can see it says A Tribe Called Quest.
It does?
Public Enemy.
It does.
Yeah. And NWA over here. So that's a little better.
Okay, so he's learning how to build the ultimate rap group is essentially what he's doing.
It's a super group model he's come up with. So, I love it.
Here it is. I thought he was a terrorist, and clearly he's just an engineer. He's a sound engineer.
Yeah. You're right, though. It does have a vibe like he's about to, the cameras are about to pan out and he's got like my, wife and kids with hoods over their heads.
Yes, definitely. Yeah. Definitely. This is shot in a bunker for sure. All right, well, there you go. Those are the other 2 submissions. I say we keep the submissions open a little bit longer just to see if anybody, anybody else brings in more to the table. I have very low aspirations for that. I mean, I don't think anybody else.
I will say that right before the show, I did receive 2 myself. I didn't know if you had them yourself. You didn't. So we do already have 2 more for next show.
Killer.
Yeah. And I will say, I quick listened to them right before we started, and they're good. They're real good.
Fuck yeah, dude. Awesome. Thank you so much. Make sure if you want to submit your own, now that you have a little bit better of an idea on what we're doing, all you got to do is just DM it to Pike. He's at Pike Taylor Radio on all social media. I personally am at Sparks Radio on all social media. All you got to do is just DM it to us, and then we'll rip it. We'll find a way just to take the video down. We'll put it here in the show. So thank you so much for doing that. I really, really do appreciate it. Pike, are you ready for the news that matters?
What's that?
Yes, this is the news that matters. Yes, this is the news that matters. Holy shit.
News that matters, Pike. It is official. You're moving to Florida here very soon, right?
In 2 days, I'll be on the road.
2 days, you're on the road into Florida. Do you have any idea what's going on in Florida right now?
I don't know. I imagine the usual amount of drugs and weird fucking, crimes and stuff like that.
Yeah, drugs and weird fucking crimes. That is too, yes, happening, but also a tropical storm is now going into Florida. I don't know if you know this. You're driving into a tropical storm. Have you ever done that before?
And not even close. No. I did see this. Is it not a hurricane anymore?
Did they step it up to a hurricane? I'm not sure.
What? It was, and then it wasn't, so I don't know. It always flip-flops. But that's Florida, always kind of just flip-flopping off the edge of the U.S. there.
That's right. Yeah, I
talk about a swing state.
Oh, God. All right. Well, there's a big tropical storm, ETA, or ETA, which is, I mean, come on. How coincidental is that for you? I mean, it's arriving the same time you are. Come on. That's great. There is one thing, though, Pike. The people of Florida. Okay? You also have to take into account the people of Florida. This happened in Florida with the tropical storm going. Check this out.
Downtown Fort Lauderdale. This is downtown Fort Lauderdale near Andrews and Broward Boulevard, where you see vehicles wading through the high water.
Look at that. This is a Lamborghini. This is a $200,000 Lamborghini driving around vehicles that are stuck in the water. It goes completely under the water. Like a submarine, this Lambo will just suddenly... Obviously, okay, first of all, that Lamborghini is a V12. Okay, so the V12 Lambo literally is completely submerged underwater as it's driving around the flooded streets of Florida. Pike, these are the kind of people that you have to look forward to coming into your soon-to-be home state. Like, they're just driving around vehicles worth more than my home.
That's amazing.
Underwater.
You got to think, he's not a dumbass. You don't get a car like that being a dumbass. Does he just have so much money he doesn't care? He just wants to get home?
False. You can absolutely get a car like that being a dumbass. In fact, I guarantee majority of people that own them are dumbasses. First of all, 99% of everyone, they don't own Lamborghinis. They lease them. Okay, so what you end up doing is you just lease them. And then now you're stuck with a lease for X amount of years, however you want. And now you're just paying ridiculous sums of money every month for a car you barely drive and you don't even own. So you lease this thing, say he's paying $10,000 a month to have that car. hey, he's probably dealing drugs. He can get 10 grand a month for dealing drugs. And then there you go. I got Lambo. Florida.
Dude, that's so... I've driven through some ridiculous flooded streets, but I drive a Nissan Altima, and it's not new.
Right.
If it goes under, I'll figure it out. This guy, big idiot, big dumbass, and I'm glad they got it on camera because how embarrassing.
Yeah. You got to see it. You absolutely have to see it. I'll put the link in the show notes in the description so you can see it on a bigger view. But my God, Pike, I mean, just anybody who's willing to risk or ruin a piece of art like that's worth $200K, my friend. You got to watch out for these fucking people that you're going to go live next to.
Listen, I'll be careful. I think I'm safe from this hurricane anyway, because I'm in Orlando, so it's it's pretty landlocked, you could say. But not to say it hasn't before been hit by hurricanes. I don't think this one's going to get me though.
Have you ever been in a hurricane, even in a tertiary market that was being hit by it?
Nah, not even. We've been down there, and there's one coming, or it just was there, but never in it. No.
Okay, because there was Hurricane Sandy or something. It was during my wedding.
Oh, she was a big bitch. Yep.
Yeah, she was hitting the day or two after my wedding when I got married in Cleveland in 2012, I think it was. Dude, I could not believe. I was like, holy shit, I can't imagine what it is on the East Coast. I'm over here in Cleveland, Ohio, and that thing was whipping around. The waves on the lake were washing over the freeway. They had shut down the freeways here because of flooding. So
no way.
Florida is so flat, dude. Florida is so flat. And the abundance of rain that they get, if you get anything over what they can manage, it's going to instantly flood, which I know you know a lot of, being in the flattest place on planet Earth, Fargo, North Dakota. And flooding from that fucking Red River that runs south to north. The whole thing is backwards. That whole thing is backwards, Pike.
Dude, it's like one of two rivers in the world, and the other one being the Nile River. It's like the Nile River and the Red River of the North. It's so weird.
Is that right? There's only two? There's got to be more than that.
I've heard that. I've never fact-checked it, so I won't say for sure. But it's a lot cooler if that were to be the correct information. Yeah.
North Dakota and Egypt. That's the only two anyone has ever compared those two places.
Yeah, I know it floods every year. They're now just finally they had a meeting and they're like, hey, you know what's happening? It seems like every year. Let's do something about that. So they built up a bunch of dikes. It's a big dike city now. It's got hills man-made hills.
Yeah.
The kids sled on them. It's real nice. It's sad, but it's nice.
That's the only place where kids can go sled riding because it's the flattest place on planet Earth. That's right. What do you got?
What'd you say about watching your dog run away?
Yeah, I heard someone say that you could watch your dog run away for 3 days in North Dakota.
Yeah, I love it. Hey, all right. So my news story that matters. A little callback to the Pangea bald spot on your head, as we heard, because a woman is suing her husband because she found out years after 3 years they were married. Thought he had a beautiful head of hair. No, turns out the dude was wearing a wig the whole time, and the woman is now filing a complaint with the police and wants to sue him for misleading her essentially.
Are you kidding me? This man is a saint.
What? Well, I appreciate him, no doubt, because first of all, the balls it takes for a man to just at 20, he's 29 years old, wearing a wig. Good for him.
Yeah. First of all, how many fake things does this woman wear? Eyelashes, nails. She probably wears high heels all the time. That's fucking false advertising all day long. And then when a guy wears a wig, it's a laughing matter. It doesn't make any sense at all, dude. None.
I had this exact same conversation with my hairstylist this morning. She was talking about how her hair is thinning. I'm like, what the fuck do you care? Get a wig, Yeah. And how lucky for you, because guys, exactly, no way. High heels, a short chick wants to be 6 inches taller. no problem. Even tall chicks, you greedy bastards, they could be 6 inches taller. You see some of these women show up to a night out, like at a club or something, and they're like fucking 6'6". Like, why do you want this? But God forbid,
like, are you
a guy
here to dance or are you going to re-drywall the ceiling? I'm not sure what's going on. It's happening.
And meanwhile, I want to wear some fucking Doc Martens to give me like a half of an inch, and people laugh. Like, oh, really? Overcompensating, huh?
Yeah.
No.
Yep. How about you? Go fuck yourself.
Feel normal.
Just want to feel normal.
I just want to feel normal. I just want to be one of the guys.
I just want to breathe the air up there. I want to breathe that rarefied.
Let me ask you this, man to man. What would you think of a guy who wore, because they make inserts in shoes to give you an insert. In fact, like up to 3 inches, I've read. Although that seems uncomfortable. What would you think of a guy doing that? I mean, it's not me. Somebody else. Somebody who needs it, right? Some short asshole.
Yeah. What would I think if he had inserts? I wouldn't give a shit. But I'm like, I'm so blind to all these things. Like the only thing, I'm going to sound like a lady right now. I only want a guy who's funny. But in all honesty, all I care about is if I'm hanging around you, if you're funny or not. Like if you're not funny, I don't want to hang out with you. Like I don't care. Yeah. I don't care what you have to say. And I'm not saying you have to be a comedian. I'm just saying you have to have a sense of humor. And that's it. Like seriously, I can hang out with people that have different ideologies, different political views, different races, different religions, different whatever. I will hang out with you if you can just have fun and like laugh. If you can just laugh about how miserable your shit life is, I'm like, yeah, I'm there too. So I probably wouldn't even notice if someone had an insert. I worked with a guy for 6 years. I worked with a guy who wore a toupee. And I didn't know he had a toupee, and everyone else knew it. Everyone was like, I was like, really? And they're like, yeah. I was like, oh, I had no clue. I had not an idea, dude. I'm always like, man, if there was like a drag queen and she was hilarious, I would never know that was a dude underneath that, underneath that makeup. I would be like, this lady's hilarious,
Man, you got a hell of a jawline too. Wow. That bump on her throat is cool too. Yeah,
I wouldn't notice. Seriously.
Well, that's really admirable. So. But also to clarify, I wouldn't be getting the shoe inserts so that you'll hang out with me.
Oh,
it's more of a me thing.
Okay, so would you be more confident or less confident with the inserts?
Well, I would think more, unless people busted me. Then the self-esteem would go right back.
Yeah, would it be like,
it was?
Oh man, I have this big secret. I can't be too confident because they'll know. Then I'll be exposed, if I have this. So I have to like play it cool confidence, which really is what you got already, Pike.
Nah, man, it's not even like 2 inches going to make me tall or even average. Like I'm still going to be short, just not as short.
Here's the thing. Again, Pike, I'm going back to what I said. I don't think anybody gives a fuck. Like, I don't think anybody cares.
Tell that to the assholes who, reminded me every day, pretty much, even up till now. Tell them that.
Wait a minute. You're an adult male, not in high school. Like, you haven't failed 600 times.
Correct.
And there's people still talking about your height?
Oh, dude, like around here, like it's this real blue collar, construction, farm guys. Like that's just their fucking sense of humor. Like they just bust balls, nothing clever. It's just like, hey, you short asshole. Can you reach the pedals in your car? That's their sense of humor. So
nice.
Yeah. Get it a lot. And every time it's like, whatever. If you want to joke about it, cool. I just don't think you're funny. And like you said, I don't really care to hang out with you anymore.
Right, yeah. So fuck them. That's the whole thing, dude. I really don't. Look, if anybody people have made fun of me my entire life. So I agree. I know what you're talking about. But at the same time, it's like, they don't fucking matter. You know what I mean? If you want to get the inserts, get the inserts. If the lady wants to wear fake eyelashes, wear the fake eyelashes. I don't think it matters. And I wouldn't judge
not to
you.
mention the ultimate what'd you call it? The ultimate false advertising. I guess it wouldn't even be that, but fake tits. The fact that women can get a relatively affordable surgery and go from being maybe just like a 4 to automatically you're a fucking 8 now. It's so unfair.
If you could get, did you ever? No, of course you haven't seen the movie, but there's a movie called, what is it called? Is it Gallica or? Anyway, it's Ethan Hawke. I can't remember the name of the movie. If you're, the committee right now is yelling at me. They're like, "Oh my God, Gattaca." Okay, there's a movie called Gattaca. Oh. Ethan Hawke. It's in the future. Everybody's like a test tube baby, and they can pick exactly how tall they want their kid to be. But Ethan Hawke was born the old-fashioned way of boning in the back of a station wagon. So he's like a natural-born kid. He's not tall enough to become an astronaut. Anyway, he gets they like do surgery on his shins. So they like expand his leg bone. So then he goes from like 6 foot to 6'2" or something like that. Would you do that? Would you get leg surgery to become taller like Ethan Hawke?
I believe that exists actually.
What?
First of all, no, I couldn't afford. Yeah, dude, there is they break your leg and they can give you a few inches, I want to say. Look it up. And how sad that I have actually looked it up, Not because I was, just happened to fall upon it on the internet. No, I actually fucking looked that up. Is there a surgery to make you taller? Dude, when I was a kid, I used to do
saddest search history ever is Pike's. It's all like you go in there, you would expect to see like porn and like, hey, can I make my penis bigger pill? Like that kind of like sad. Oh, Pike. Well, no, it's all
that
like,
stuff is in there too. But between porn searches, this is in there.
Yeah, it's all just research, experimental research. You're like, I got a guy in Russia that's willing to do it for $1,800.
Yeah,
and American.
No, it's more
ketchup.
than that. It's stupid. American ketchup.
I don't know what they want over there in Russia. Is that something like that?
That a currency they work with? Okay.
Yeah. So like, I need some real McDonald's beef and $1,800 American, and I will give you the legs of your dreams.
I love it. I want to meet that guy.
Yeah. Well, I feel bad for the guy who, going back to your original story, I feel bad for this guy because clearly he was committed. This guy slept with that wig on. He probably woke up, adjusted it before she would wake up for years. He was, you know what I mean?
What does she care? If she didn't know, then what's the difference? Do you want to be able to pull on his hair? I don't get it. And this guy deserves better. She doesn't deserve better. She's already got a great guy. He deserves better. And he should be able to live life who he is. And by the way, can we just say this real quick? Because as dudes, Pike, you and I, we all have our flaws. But women are so much more forgiving when it comes to guys' physical attributes than men are to women. Like, guys would be like, guys have a lot of weird fucking rules. They'll be like, oh, she's not that hot. I'd be like, dude, you look like you are deflating, and you look like a sad basketball that's been left out all winter. And then, she's like an honest to God. Yeah, okay, so what? She's got a weird gap between her teeth. She's still an 8, bro. You're a 4 at best on a good. If you lost 47 pounds, you'd still be a 4. Like you have to lose weight to get to there. You're a fucking swamp creature of a person. And these guys walk around like it's just crazy. And then women will walk around and be like, oh no, he's cute. Be like, what the fuck? You're an 8. That dude is a cokehead. Like, I don't understand. What are you going after this guy for?
You okay?
You're cutting out.
No,
Can you hear
I'm
me?
cutting out. Okay. I was like, I realized
Yeah,
that
I was
wasn't
like-
funny, but all right, that was really mean. It's all good. I'm gonna move on.
You're choppier in hell right now, but I trust that it was hilarious. So
Yeah,
you want me to kind of do a fake laugh?
No.
Just fill in
No.
here.
No, it's fine.
All right.
I hate everything.
Well,
I don't want to die.
sorry about that.
That's fine. Hey, Pike, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay.
What do you got?
My second news story that matters today is this lady. Speaking of bad doctors, Pike, this lady was complaining of headaches for years. That's the primary word you got to focus on. Years, the operative word. Years.
Jesus.
Headaches. Kept calling the doctor. Oh, you got migraines. Oh, it's just a migraine problem. Migraine. Well, she started having seizures. She started having some GD seizures. Then they went in. They're like, it doesn't sound like a headache. Dude, brain tumor. Brain tumor. Yeah.
Why are you telling this story? You know how many nights I lay awake wondering if a little headache or, just this dizziness, for example, is a fucking brain tumor?
Yeah.
And you're going to hit me with this story?
Well, this is over in the UK, so maybe you don't have to worry about it. Maybe the doctors here are better. They're not. They're not.
Okay. They're not.
Yeah. No. Dude.
Okay. So it's
Go ahead.
terminal or no?
No.
Oh, incredible. Wow.
Yeah, she's alive. She had a brain tumor. They removed it from the back of her head. She has an 8-inch scar from the back of her neck going up into her scalp. That's where the brain tumor was. And once they removed it, guess what? No more headaches.
What's that?
Isn't that nice?
Oh.
Headaches went away.
Dude. You think she would have looked into that a little earlier?
I mean, what are you going to do? You don't automatically, unlike you, Psycho Pike, most people don't go, I have a headache. I wonder if it's a brain tumor. They just think, something's causing my migraines. Is it sugar? Is it the light? Maybe I have to get glasses. Like, these are normal steps. They don't go immediately to inoperable brain tumor like you did.
It's not like my first conclusion. It's either A, I'm hungover, B, I haven't drank enough water, or C, I haven't had enough caffeine and too much caffeine. But then fourth, for sure, is inoperable brain tumor. I, in fact, went to the doctor once, had to get a CAT scan because I was having headaches for like a week. That's where I'm at.
How long ago was that?
A few years ago, 5 years ago.
Did it ever
guess
get
what?
fixed?
It was a caffeine issue. Like I literally stopped drinking caffeine, and my dumbass didn't realize it. That was giving me a headache because I was addicted to caffeine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So kind of going off topic here, but how is it that we're looking for these cures for cancer? Wouldn't the first step, similar to what we're doing with like coronavirus, wouldn't we just like do annual scans of everybody's fucking body looking for cancer?
Yeah.
Can't we get annual CAT scans, MRIs, the whole thing before, so we can stop finding softball-sized tumors in people?
Yep. Yeah, that's all. Look, and I'm going to get political, but that's what. That's what I know. Watch out. We got to have a political siren here. But yeah, they tried doing that. It was called Obamacare. That's it. It's all in there.
Oh, it is? Oh.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's not like, hey, you come in for your annual CAT scan, but you go in for your physical. It's called wellness checks, and they're free thanks to the Affordable Care Act saying, hey, you go in just to get checked up, just to make sure the doctor's going to, is going to take a blood test. They're going to check your heart. They're going to check your breathing. They're going to ask you if anything's wrong. They're going to do a physical on you. They're going to look at your blood test, come back, make sure that your liver enzymes are good and your headache. Yeah, it's called a wellness check, and it's free. You get one a year for no dollars, no problem on any insurance plan.
Well, shit.
Yeah, because they say like the survival rate of finding these things goes up exponentially at the earlier stages you find them. So you, again, like you just said, you don't find them softball size, in your brain.
Yeah.
You get them right away.
I would sleep a hell of a lot better if I knew that my annual exam was coming up. Or just knowing that as recently as, a few months ago, I was cancer free. So anything that has developed, not that big.
Not that big or that bad. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, you could go do it, Pike. You could go do it. It's not like it's not. I did it for look. To be honest, and I'm not saying like I'm holier than thou, because I just did my first one. It was this year, the first time I've ever done it. I got my blood taken, a wellness check. Yeah, I got my blood taken. It was the first time I saw a doctor in like 10 years. Because I was like, I'm not going to the doctor. Fuck that. I'm not going there. And then they were like, it's free. And I was like, what? Really? I mean, I got kids, so I probably should. And that was it. And then I went.
Yeah, it'd be okay to have you around for a while anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm healthy, man. They said I got my blood pressure's a little high. But they're like, well,
what is high?
Go ahead.
I mean, what was it at? Because I got mine checked today, and I was just actually thinking, is my blood pressure high?
I think,
like,
I don't
give me
know,
your
dude.
Numbers.
I don't remember, dude. This was almost a year ago.
Make something up.
It was like 120 over 86. I think 120 over 80 is good.
Okay. Huh. Well, mine might be high too then. Fuck.
What was it? What was yours?
I know 128 was the top number, which seems high.
Yeah. Maybe
but
that's
But they said, well, looks good. So, I don't know. But it was a chiropractor, so maybe they didn't want to get into it. They're like, yeah, it looks fine.
Looks good.
As a writing down to...
Yeah. You're dizzy anyway. Stand back. Let me spin you around. Wait, what?
Oh, shit. Okay. I'm up. News that matters, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. So, you ever go to a buffet and, like, eat so much? Like, sometimes I'll go and eat a shit ton, hang out for a little bit, kind of build up an appetite again, and then go eat more. Well, this guy took that to the extreme. It's over in Japan, one of your favorite places. Oh, a Japan alert, if we got one.
Oh, shit. Do we do Japan alert still?
I don't know. Well, it's worth noting anyway. This was in Japan. This guy sat at a restaurant for 15 hours. Until it was time to pay the bill, they asked him to pay up. Well, he didn't pay the bill. He ate there for 15 fucking hours and just ditched the bill, which is classic. He's now been arrested because it's Japan and they don't put up with shit like that.
Fuck no,
but
they don't.
Arrived at... No, hell no. 7:25 in the morning. This guy shows up. Doesn't leave till almost 11 p.m.
Jesus
Incredible.
Christ.
Yeah.
Hey, Japan alert. We got it.
Nice.
Took a minute.
Yeah, I mean, up until the part where he didn't pay the bill, I can respect this guy.
You're on
That's
board.
Commitment. Absolutely. Dude, buffets and me, it's dangerous because I eat a shit ton. You should see when I go to a Chinese buffet, like the pile of food on my plate. I had a guy one time, a complete stranger, as he was leaving the restaurant with his family, made a point to walk over to my table and say, "Hey, listen, man, you know how to pile a plate up." Like a weird compliment. And I said, thank you. And it was one of the better compliments I've ever got.
Yeah, you kidding me? That guy recognized a pro when he saw one. He's like, look at this guy. This
He's
guy
walking
knows
out.
what he's doing.
Like, kids, hang on, I'll be right there. That's so funny to me.
Yeah, exactly. I have to go give. Respect is earned. That's right. This guy has earned it. Dude, I haven't been to an all-you-can-eat buffet in maybe 10 years.
What? Why?
I'm not lying. I don't know. I just don't go to all-you-can-eat buffets. And even when I was in Vegas, I never went to a single all-you-can-eat buffet. Even when I lived in, the buffet capital of the world.
The buffet capital. Yes. That's my favorite. I love gambling, love drinking, love everything else Vegas offers. But there's nothing better than those freaking buffets.
I know, dude.
The one at
never
Caesars.
Caesars
Holy
is the
shit,
best
you missed
one.
out.
I've heard like the Bellagio is probably one of the better ones. I've heard they have an amazing buffet. And then they have like special buffets, like seafood buffet and all this shit. But
dude, like, Caesars or Bellagio, they got every freaking food you can imagine. And that's the frustrating part, is you can't possibly eat all the good, eat enough. Like, unless you want to go eat a bunch, go throw up, come eat again. That's the only way you're going to get it in. But at that point, are you really eating it?
Right. Exactly. Jesus Christ. Did you hear that? Somebody upstairs dropping
What happened?
bowling balls or something. Did you hear that?
Yeah, now the basement life now. I've been doing that since we started the show.
Dude, we've switched.
I can hear
We've switched
splash.
lives. You're gonna go live in a nice warm climate. I'm gonna be in a basement.
I'm gonna do it from outside just to fucking rub it in.
Yeah, you son of a bitch. Well, yeah. All right. Well, I don't know what your story was. What was your story? Oh, yeah, 15 hours. Japan. I love Japan. And I salute this man for staying there for 15 fucking hours. That had to have been a 24-hour all-you-can-eat place. I mean, it had to have been.
Yeah, they didn't open at 7 a.m. Unless it's a breakfast, like a Denny's or something. But that's not a buffet, so I don't know.
No, salute this guy. He should be, first of all, he should be awarded for then trying to ditch a 15-hour. Like, they don't have every tab on you, bro. I mean, come on. But anybody
should have just given him the food for free.
Yeah, you kidding me? You're gonna waste police resources on a buffet? Come on, what are we doing? I just feel like, isn't there a murder that needs to be solved? Isn't there some kind of crime?
Weren't they just dumping a bunch of shit in the ocean? Why don't they go look into that?
Yeah,
look into the fact that you're ruining our oceans.
Poor Japan. It's the only country that has been nuked more ways than any other one on Earth, and it's just they can't catch a break, dude. I love Japan. I love Japanese people, but I just feel like you got bigger fish, literal fish to fry. Come on. Well, there you go. That's it for the show. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Oh, damn it! I buried it at the end too. I wasn't. I wanted to mention this at the top of the show. Got the giveaway still going on here. So look, if you want this sucker, if you want this sucker, all you got to do is jump on the website, sparksradio.com/win. All you got to do is jump on there. And then, of course, dude, easy as that. You get hooked up. Not easy as that. I shouldn't say that. Then you're entered to win this guy. This is a signed frame drum head from the Uproar 2010 tour. We're giving this away on the 20th of November. So we're 10 days out, bro. 10 days out from sticking this thing in the mail, claiming a winner. Signed and framed. Make sure you're not lollygagging. It is a hell of a piece. A lot of people are like, that would look good on my wall. I'm like, all right. Fucking starting to sound creepy. It would look good on your wall. So get on the internet, sparksradio.com/win. You can see it there in the description, show notes, however you enjoy this show. We really appreciate you being a part of it. Thank you so much. If you could, give us a rating and review. And then if you want to go way above and beyond and be the ultimate person, you can tell a friend and then just say, hey, man, really appreciate you hanging out with us. And if you could, check out this podcast, that kind of thing. So all you got to do is recommend it to a friend. Subscribe on YouTube, the whole thing. That's it for the show. And Pike, I'll see you tomorrow, buddy.
See you then, bud. Thank you.